guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fair Talk Show with Oladoyin. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for coming to watch this episode. And if you're a new subscriber, trust me, you will love it here. The Fair Talk Show is a channel where true life stories, real life experiences, impact and knowledge is shared on finance, entrepreneurship and purpose. And in today's episode of entrepreneurship, I have here with me a baker. She's a nurse by profession and she's the CEO of Mercy Street. She's by the name Obateru Mercy. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode.
Thank you for having me on board. Like you said earlier, my name is Mercy Obateru. I am a registered nurse by profession and I'm also a baker, the CEO of Mercy Street. I actually come from Kwara State. I'm a Kwara State citizen. I'm not married. I'm not married. And I started Mercy Street officially in 2017. Well, my mom is a caterer and a baker, but I grew into the baking and catering. But at some point, I got to see that, I love this baking aspect. So I took it, and while in nursing school in 2017, my roommate was like, Mercy, you can do this cake. This person wants to make a birthday cake. And I was so happy. I took it up. I baked a big cake for a very small
amount,
for a very tiny amount. But I can say that cake started my business in 2017, March 7th, 2017. So from there, I started seeing baking in a different perspective. It was not just that I was doing it for fun, maybe at home. I started seeing it as a business. So after that, I started getting other jobs. I would shuffle school postings. I would come home, there's just a lot. I'll come home, wait overnight to bake and all. And here we are in 2023.
So how many years counting?
This is 6 years, let's say.
Wow. A big woman. Big woman.
Okay.
That's a very nice one. That's a very interesting story. And I feel like you have even shared the story already, or is there more you want to add, or that's just basically?
Well, Mercy Street has actually been establishing Mercy Street has been a journey of ups and downs, really. I was, the nursing profession and the nursing school, tight schedules. It was really difficult. I started off with with YouTube. I'm sure YouTube is actually tired of me, because then I watched YouTube videos. God, I didn't have time to register for a class, and then there was actually no funds as such. So I tried upgrading myself. I tried trying out new skills, and I got better as time went on. So after the old nursing school, I was able to enroll for a class, and that actually made me better. And what else can I say? I think there are certain things that have actually kept me moving. One is consistency. Consistency made me moving. I made sure that I had a target. I made sure that I knew what I wanted to do. I made sure that I had this thing. I had this vision in my head that nobody could understand. At a point, my colleagues were telling me, Mercy, Mapari and all like that. Sorry for speaking.
It's fine.
But they were like, don't kill yourself, don't kill yourself. And I just answered. I said, you can't understand, because I just could not explain what was in here. I could not explain it. So I made sure there was consistency. I made sure I was running with the vision that I had in mind. And this has helped me a lot, even till now. there are times, this will move me to the second point, which is resilience and patience. There are times when it doesn't look like it. There are times when I just feel like, should I just scrap this whole thing? Now, I do both pastries and cakes. I can make small chops. I can make pastries well. I can do fondant, buttercream cakes, and all. I can do lots of things. And sometimes you feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, actually.
Sometimes you feel tired. Sometimes you would feel like, why am I actually doing all of this? I have people that are not doing any of this and they are fine. So let me just relax. But then the consistency actually builds resilience in me. Times when things were not looking like it, I knew that, no, you still have to stay. You still have a long way to go. And I was patient. And when situations like this come up, this will take me to the next point, which is taking creative breaks. I try to move back a bit. I try to, have a kind of retreat. I try to speak to my mentors, maybe not in the baking industry. I try to speak to them and, try to get ideas, refresh myself. Even a machine needs to go for servicing, right?
Exactly.
Most of humans.
Yeah.
Do you get? So I try to take a step back and review myself. Okay, what have I been doing? What do I need to take up? What are the things I need to drop? And I try to have a revision. So this helps me to enhance my creativity. I come back refreshed. I come back with a fresh target, a fresh understanding of what I'm into. And also, I don't stop learning. Nobody's an island of knowledge. I try as much as possible to gain new knowledge. While in secondary school, I didn't like business studies. Oh Jesus, that was my worst subject. I didn't know I was going to be a business person. So eventually, I had to start taking courses on costing, courses on record keeping. I had to start learning new things that I actually didn't know before. I had to start doing new things that I didn't know I would do before. So you don't stop learning.
Yeah.
Keep learning. Continuous learning is very, very important. Continuous learning is very important. And also, I try as much as possible to maintain good relationship with everyone. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you didn't open your business for your family. Family and friends are not your customers.
Actually, please loud it.
Hey, they are your customers. So if you don't have a good relationship with people will not buy from you, no matter how good you are. So I have also learned interpersonal relationship. I have learned to relate well with people. I have learned to maintain the relationship that I actually create. And this has helped a lot because your adverts, there's just a little your adverts can do. But when people speak to other people about your products, even if they don't know you, they would patronize you because of the person that you referred to. Do you understand?
Yes.
So connections or quality relationship goes a long way in this entrepreneurship journey. So don't be quiet about yourself. I used to believe that I'm an introvert. Oh God. I didn't like talking to people. I always loved my space. But you see, this entrepreneurship and business, it's brought me into the open, and it's made me try out new things. I started talking to people. I make people know that, okay, this is what I do. I share my handles. Before now, I didn't like sharing my number. But now, collect my number. Check my status.
Okay.
Collect my number. Do you get? So there's just a lot to this entrepreneurial journey. And like I said, don't stop learning. I'm also still learning. I'm in the journey. And I do hope this few points helps you.
Yeah, actually. Initially I was supposed to be talking on entrepreneur's principle today. Like, that was your main topic to talk about. But then I feel like you have even said it like in your introduction and how it has helped you already, which is a good point for me. So I don't think, or is there any other point you want to add to it, or those are the things that has worked for you as a baker?
I think proper time management too.
Okay.
I've been able to build proper time management. When you have orders, for example, and you know, you have work, you have other things you have to do. For example, I need to report to my duty. I need to report by 7 a.m. And maybe my shift is 7 to 5. There was a point I was running 7 to 5, and I had to also process customers' order at the appropriate time. So you have to learn time management and prioritizing your task. You have to learn how to write out the things you need to do and plan them well. At a point I was at work, but I had to make a delivery. Now I had nobody around me at that point to deliver, and I don't really like just anybody delivering my goods. So it was so difficult that I had to take permission at work to deliver. And where I was going to deliver was very far. I had to take permission to deliver and then come back to work. If not that I had planned myself to process the order for my resumption time, and also plan how I would deliver that product. Probably I would not have a satisfied customer. So time management, effective planning, and prioritizing your task is very important. And yes, these are the few things I've also been able to learn. Then I think I can add that setting targets has helped me. Before now, my journey was like, let me just have an order. Let me just bake. But now I've been able to plan. I've been able to set targets. I've been able to evaluate and monitor my sales. Now I learned recently that sales is not business. It's actually the profits. You need to see if you're actually making profits. You might be working and you're actually working for them, or you're even dashing them money. Let me put it that way. But when you're able to plan, you're able to set your targets, you're able to monitor them effectively, you would have enough returns that would expand your business. Before now, I was working in my mom's kitchen, but earlier this year I had a target. I said I wanted my studio. I said I wanted an industrial mixer. I said I wanted a few things like that. So in December, I had that target. And by January, surprisingly, it worked out.
Wow.
Now I'm in my studio, actually.
Wow.
I have my studio now. And I know that it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
One thing I've been able to learn is that if you don't accomplish one thing, you will not be able to accomplish the other.
The other, yeah.
If you don't move to this step, you'll not be able to move,
to the next one
ahead. So if you are just working for working's sake, you might not get the value of your business or of your enterprise. You need to set targets. You need to know what you are doing rightly. You need to know what you're not doing rightly. You need to know what you need to put in place to achieve your targets. And I think I should stop at this.
No, please. Let's learn. Let's draw from well of wisdom, please. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But in one of your points, you said you having to deliver to a customer at work. So that leads me to my next question. How do you now manage all of this, your work, your business, and family at home as well?
I must tell you, it's really not easy.
Okay.
But like I said, I've been able to build certain skills like resilience. I've been able to build certain skills like planning out my activities. I've been able to build certain things like management, time management. I most times I have to prioritize what I need to do, because aside family, aside business, aside my work, I have other things that I need to do too. Like maybe I have a leadership role somewhere, or like I said, I also need my personal time.
Yeah.
I just plan. Most times I plan out my activities. The things that are not really important, I put them down. Things that I need to do urgently, I do them. Time, 24 hours will not always be enough, sincerely. 24 hours will not always be enough. But doing the right things at the right time would make you go faster and farther than just doing things. You would get more results when you are doing the right things at the right time. Yeah.
Wow. So, like, doing the right thing at the right time has really helped you in bringing all of these three things and setting them at a balance, right?
Yes, it has really helped me a lot. Yes.
That's a
Then
very
also I think I must add that you need to also delegate certain things. You can't do everything. You can't do everything. You also need to delegate certain things. I mentioned that I was supposed to delegate that delivery to someone, but the person was not available. So there are certain things that you might not be able to do by yourself. Please delegate it. Delegate it so you don't overwork yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you don't overwork yourself. You need to delegate it. Pay someone. I have my dispatch riders that also deliver. I don't necessarily have to deliver all, just in certain circumstances. And there are certain times when I have to let out some things for people to do for me. Major thing is just that you follow it and you follow through. You make sure they do the right things, and you're good. You're good.
Wow, that's a very good one. Like, for me, like, I feel like you know what you are doing. It takes someone that knows what he or she is doing that can help him or her plan properly. So you know what you are doing. You know your targets. You know the things to do at the right time, and that's why you can easily put them together at once. That's very good. But in all of this, but I feel like there are also challenges that you might have faced. It's not just about being resilient. It's not just about having people do it for you. It's just about delegating duties. But even in all of these things, there are challenges that you might have faced. Would you like to share some of these challenges?
Challenges. Yeah, sometimes oh my god. Now I must be candid. I've faced lots of challenges. Let me start from the beginning. I guess at the point where from the time when I started, I had recipe fails.
Okay.
I was doing my business with passion. I really didn't have the right recipes at that time. I had times when my donuts came out as rock. I had time when I poured out my precious ingredients.
Wow.
I actually didn't stop trying things. I had times when I poured out ingredients when I just wasted them because they were not good enough. I had times when I didn't make sales. I had time when I actually paid, I added my own money to my customer's order. I had times when Ah, I
Oh my goodness.
yeah, there were times when, in this baking industry, for example, when things got expensive and I can't I can't put too much price on my goods, but I had to sell. Maybe I would come back to this question because
Okay.
there are just a long list of challenges that I really can't list them out now.
No. Even the one you have said, you've already listed them out. Is an indirect listing. There's no problem. But in all of this, right, you've been able to come to a certain level of achievement. I know that there is more to what you are and to
Yes.
who you are right now. So,
Yeah.
but the little accomplishment that you've gotten from this business, would you like to share that as well? Right, what it
Yes.
has given you now?
Yes. The accomplishments that God has given me. I think one major one this year, yeah, I've told you about the
A studio.
studio. Yes, the studio. Yes, and this year I was able to have my first class, my first beginners class. Personally, just like I said, I'm an introvert. I don't like people coming into my space.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
like being out there. But it's got laid up in my heart to have a class. And yes, we had our first class um in May, yes. And it was really amazing.
Yeah.
It was fulfilling for me. Having someone that doesn't even know about cooking or about baking. One of my students was like, the only thing I do is just to eat the cake. I just like eating the cake. Do you get? She didn't
Yeah,
have any
the idea.
understanding about baking. And even till yesterday, she was telling me about an order that she has and she wants to process. And I was like, wow, you came in without a prior knowledge. And for me, that was enough, that I could impact someone and all the persons and through this journey. During on the last day of our class, she was mentioning that she she appreciates the class, and also she was blessed, not just about the skills now, but the words that we were able to share during the class helped her in her studies. And I was really happy. I was really happy because I was able to impact them, not just skill wise, but even other areas of their lives. So that is one major accomplishment for me. Having my first beginners class. We'll be having more classes this year, and by God's grace, I also want to have kids around. Kids, I've been having lots of kids saying they want to learn, and I know the importance of learning at a very young age. My mom taught me from a very young age, and from there I was able to build up my skills in school. My catering classes, I was the best all through my senior class. I just loved it. So I understand the importance of bringing young ones into this space, and I'm actually looking forward to achieve that. Also, I've been able to deliver certain jobs for certain establishments, and I can say that is fulfilling also for me. I've been able to meet new people in the industry. I've been able to meet certain people because I'm a baker. Do you get? I've been able to do that, to do all of that, and for me, I know there is more. I know there is more, and I really look forward to more. I really look forward to more.
So there is more. In fact, this is this is the highlight for me. Like there is more. And for the fact that you focused your teaching on kids, like on students, on people that are just coming up, I feel like that
Yeah.
type of impact is the core. If you want to impact someone, you make sure that you start with a growing mind. The people that are just coming up, that you know that when they grow up to that person that you intend them to be, they will never forget you. Like they will keep on remembering, this is the auntie that made impact in my life on this particular day.
Yeah.
That's the core height of impact for me. And I love that you did that. And you are going to do more. You are really going to do
Amen.
more in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you so, so much. So would you
Amen.
like to go back to the challenges, or we should just skip that?
I think we should skip
Okay,
that.
we should just skip that. All right, there's no problem. Thank you so, so much for coming on to this show. Like, I really, really appreciate it. Would you like
Yeah,
to tell
thank
us your
you.
handle, your phone number? Although I'll put your phone number on the screen, but your social media handle that people can follow you and how they can reach you, especially those in Kwara, Ilori, to be precise.
Yeah, my IG handle is Messy's_treat, Messy's treat cakes, Messy's_treat cakes. Yeah, I have two Instagram pages for my cakes and also for my treats, my pastries. So you can do well to follow my
How about
handle.
Facebook?
Yeah, the same
Up two handles too on Facebook.
handles for my Facebook. Yes.
Twitter, Thread, TikTok. I like
Yeah.
it. You don't want to stress yourself. I beg, just two
Oh
is
Jesus.
enough.
Maybe I will delegate that. Yes. I already spoke about delegation.
Okay, that's another. And it's
Just
also be
about
nice if you
business
start a
right
YouTube
here.
channel, right? Hope you know.
Yes.
I said it's also be nice if you start a YouTube channel, like teach
Well,
people online. You've not thought about
okay.
that?
I think I would consider that. I would consider that. Thank you for suggesting
You're
that.
welcome. You're
I think
welcome.
I should.
You're welcome. So you can just open the impact to the online space, because the one you're doing right now is the
Okay.
physical. Yeah, so just open it to the online space, and I'm sure so many people want to learn online as well.
Yeah. I will.
What would you like to say to the FEP Talk Show before we close for the day?
Thank you for having me on board.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate this opportunity. I do not take it for granted. Yes, this is also an achievement coming on FEP Talk Show. Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
having me.
Thanks so much for watching today's episode. I'm sure there was a take-home point. Please follow us on all our different handles that will be displayed on the screen on Facebook, on Instagram at The FEP Talk Show. You can also reach us on our Gmail. We are open for sponsorship. We are open for partnership. thefeptalkshow@gmail.com. Also subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe. Click on the notification bell to always get notified anytime a video is being uploaded. I remain Oladoyin. See you next week Monday.